Hi, welcome to Books and Bocadillos. My name is Mariandrea, and this is Thursday Night Poetry. In the month of May, I have been recording Thursday Night Poetry videos under the theme Tortured Poets and Tortured Poetry, thanks to inspiration from Taylor Swift's recent release, The Tortured Poets Department. That is her latest album. So I was inspired by that album, and I decided to make that the theme for Thursday Night Poetry. And I thought I'd end the month and the theme with the poetry of Edna St. Vincent Millay. I checked this book out from my local public library, and I've been making my way through it rather slowly. I'm going between this and the audiobook. It is a thick biography. The title is Savage Beauty. The author is Nancy Milford, and this is a biography of the life of Edna St. Vincent Millay. Excuse me. I'm I'm about that much in and have a ways to go. So I'm not fully versed in being able to share a complete synopsis of her biography. There are a lot of media out there, like websites and podcasts that do a really good job at summarizing her biography. But so far, what I can say is she's a very interesting person, had a very fascinating life, a lot of highs and lows in her life, and a lot of loves and a lot of heartbreak and losses as well. Um, I'm captivated by her work, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with her biography. Um, and her most well known, like the first poem that she's known for, um, her greatest hit, so to speak, is the poem Renesance. And I am not going to read Renesance because it is a longer poem and it's the most well known. I thought I'd highlight some of her lesser known poems that I thought were charming or interesting. Um, so that's what I'll be doing today. I'll be sharing about 3 or 4 poems from her collections. The first poem I want to read is the poem titled Thursday, and I found it quite apt since today is Thursday. I have it bookmarked here. Excuse me. This is Thursday by Edna St. Vincent Millay. And if I loved you Wednesday, well, what is that to you? I do not love you Thursday, so much is true. And why you come complaining is more than I can see. I loved you Wednesday, yes, but what is that to me? And that is poem Thursday. I do not own any collections of Edna St. Vincent Millay. Vincent, as her family and friends refer to her. So I went on to Everend, and I will be reading from a collection, like, find it here. The Selected Poetry of Edna St. Vincent Millay. And this is Renaissance and Other Poems, A Few Figs from Thistles, 2nd April, and others. This is an ebook. The publisher is digireads.com. So I'll be reading from this collection. The first one I want to read is Afternoon on a Hill. I will be the gladdest thing under the sun. I will touch 100 flowers and not pick one. I will look at cliffs and clouds with quiet eyes, watch the wind bow down the grass and the grass rise. And when lights begin to show up from the town, I will mark which must be mine and then start down. I love the imagery. And then start down, like rolling down a hill. It's beautiful. You know, we can't talk about tortured poets without talking about sorrow. And this is her poem titled Sorrow. Sorrow, like a ceaseless rain, beats upon my heart. People twist and scream in pain. Dawn will find them still again. This has neither wax nor wane, neither stop nor start. People dress and go to town. I sit in my chair. All my thoughts are slow and brown, standing up or sitting down. Little matters or what gown or what shoes I wear. Then I want to read Ashes of Life. Love has gone and left me, and the days are all alike. Eat I must, and sleep I will, and would that night were here, but to lie awake and hear the slow hours strike. Would that it were day again, with twilight near. Love has gone and left me, and I don't know what to do. This or that, or what you will, is all the same to me. But all the things that I begin, I leave before I'm through. There's little use in anything as far as I can see. Love has gone and left me, and the neighbors knock and borrow, and life goes on forever like the gnawing of a mouse. And tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, there's this little street, this little house. And then building on the word little, here is the little ghost. I knew her for a little ghost that in my garden walked. The wall is high, higher than most, and the green gate was locked. And yet I did not think of that till after she was gone. I knew her by the broad white hat all ruffled she had on, by the dear ruffles round her feet, by her small hands that hung in their lace mitts austere and sweet, her gown's white folds among. I watched to see if she would stay, what she would do, and oh, she looked as if she liked the way I let my garden grow. She bent above my favorite mint with conscious garden grace. She smiled and smiled. There was no hint of sadness in her face. She held her gown on either side to let her slippers show, and up the walk she went with pride, the way great ladies go. And where the wall is built anew and is of ivy bare, she paused, then opened, and passed through a gate that once was there. I love a ghost. I love a ghost story. I love a ghost in poetry. It's beautiful. I could go on and on. I know I said I was just going to read a couple, but I want to read how about three more? These are shorter. First fig. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. In the biography, oh no, I was listening to a podcast about her life, and they said, this is the stuff you missed in history podcast, and they said she lived her life that way, burning the candle at both ends. This is second fig. Safe upon the solid rock, the ugly houses stand. Come and see my shining palace built upon the sand. And lastly, this is Recuerdo. Recuerdo in Spanish means memory or to remember. And I think it's a good way to end this night in memory of Edna St. Vincent Millay with a poem titled Remember or Recuerdo. There was a glitch in the audio and I noticed it while editing, so this is me rereading the poem titled Recuerdo. We were very tired, We were very merry. We had gone back and forth all night on the ferry. It was bare and bright and smelled like a stable, but we looked into a fire, we leaned across a table. We lay on a hilltop underneath the moon, and the whistles kept blowing, and the dawn came soon. We were very tired. We were very merry. We had gone back and forth all night on the ferry, and you ate an apple, and I ate a pear. From a dozen of each we had bought somewhere. And the sky went wane, and the wind came cold, and the sun rose dripping a bucket full of gold. We were very tired, we were very merry, we had gone back and forth all night on the ferry. We hailed "Good morrow, mother," to a shawl-covered head, and bought a morning paper which neither of us read. And she wept, "God bless you," for the apples and the pears. We gave her all our money but our subway fares. And that is the end of tonight's Thursday night poetry reading. Thank you so much for watching. Hasta la próxima.